TikTok is about to be banned unless the company ByteDance sells TikTok to an American buyer. Many people have said that they want to buy TikTok, like Stephen Mnuchin, Frank McCourt, and even Kevin O'Leary. Yes, Mr. Wonderful. But it is only up to the company whether it will actually sell TikTok. The company ByteDance has said that they don't want to sell TikTok. The downside for them is it gets banned in the US. Welcome to the Kiwi Take, and let's dive in. So, how did we get to this point? Well, in 2016, ByteDance released a spin-off version of Douyin called TikTok. Douyin was a Chinese version of TikTok, and they released TikTok because Douyin did quite well in China. Then, in 2017, ByteDance bought Musical.ly for $1 billion. Then they merged it with TikTok. Over the course of history, it started blowing up and having artists releasing their songs on the platform like Old Town Road in 2019. Then things started to get interesting after that. The Washington Post reported that Hong Kong democratic protests and police crackdown, which are usually on any other social media sites, are strangely absent from TikTok. Yes, strangely absent from TikTok. Now, China controls Hong Kong, and obviously it has been likely influenced by the Chinese government not to show this type of content on TikTok, because they don't want people to see all of this and think China is the bad guy. So why are they hiding this? Well, again, the CCP party, which is the Chinese Communist Party, the government, and the CCP party is likely influencing or using the app. Chinese law requires all companies to cooperate with the government, including to censor things. Clearly, China wants to keep its authority and power, plus their control over their country. Some US politicians raised alarms about TikTok's influence. Then an investigation begins. Some groups filed complaints alleging TikTok is still violating the US child protection laws. In July 2020, India bans TikTok. Trump later said he is considering banning TikTok, but when Biden takes office, he postpones the banning. We have people raising national security concern that China could manipulate the app's recommendation algorithm for influence operation. Then in March 2023, we have a congressional hearing. A year later, we have the bill that comes into the House to ban TikTok or force a sale to a US company. Then, after the House signs it, so does the Senate, and President Joe Biden signs it as well. Then they go back and forth. TikTok tries to sue the federal government, they fail, and they keep appealing. All the decisions, basically. And now it has reached the Supreme Court. And the 2-hour hearing will be held on the 10th of January if you're in America, and the 11th of January if you're in New Zealand. So in my opinion, you have to be careful with China. So it is very valid to want to protect your country. Influencers will be impacted by this if TikTok does not sell up. Some people earn money from it. It's their job. Now, what the Supreme Court has to decide is whether banning TikTok violates free speech, the First Amendment. So the question is, does a national security threat by a foreign adversary overrule free speech? I think protecting your country is one of the most important things to do. You have to protect your citizen and your country, including some 107 million people who might not understand it. Now, China could or is using TikTok to influence and make the Western world dumb, just like all the brain rot on there. So, China wants us to think that China is perfectly fine. Everything is all good over here. But you can see clearly right through them. Well, I can. They want to use TikTok to gain influence over the United States of America and spread their propaganda. Now, it is the best outcome I think is possible to safeguard the US from any foreign adversaries, the best thing is to do is to start down, to sell it to someone like Mr. Wonderful, and done. That is it. TikTok is not lost. But they're not going to. So are they maybe hiding something? State-of-the-art technology? Or their spy app? Now, if they lose to the Supreme Court, they have probably no choice but to sell the app to an American company, or they will lose 170 million of people. And also, China can influence anything into the US through TikTok. So, TikTok loses either way if they don't sell TikTok. So, people are holding on to hope that Trump can save it after he has said that he will save TikTok. But he becomes president the day after the ban comes in. So this will all happen if ByteDance doesn't sell. If China is spying on the US through TikTok, I won't be surprised. It is run by a communist regime who wants to censor things. They value their control over everything, whether through social media or by force. China is behind all these terrible things. So, where does this leave us? It is not just about the app. It is about the big picture and China's behavior towards the Western world. If we are not careful, China will become more powerful and destroy the West one bit at a time. The true question is, how far will we let China go until they are stopped? It is only up to ByteDance, so we think, to decide their fate in the United States of America. This is Judah, the voice of the Kiwi Tape, where your voice meets real talk. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this content. And don't forget to comment down what you think about this issue. And once again, thanks for watching.